So here we are again. And now it's gonna be, it's so cold. I don't want to say what came into my mind, just because, it was a silly term to frame a happy occurrence. So what might be the happy occurrence? Well, little boo-boo ate. I was force feeding him yesterday, so then, I came home crying. So let's start from the very start. I was walking up and I didn't upload the crying stuff. I just uploaded from the halfway bench on. So the crying stuff was I've not been taking care of the cat's eyes. They seem to go rotten. And then, he's not eating. He's so weak and it's my fault. And also when I got home, I started investigating about kidney failure food. Then ended up on barfing and now ordered a kilo of slaughter waste. So he's gonna get 90% meat from now on and 10% rice, potatoes or corn. So he's not gonna get too much dry food anymore. I reckon he's got high blood pressure and he has had some weakness because he wasn't eating. He didn't feel like eating. All these symptoms I found on the internet, as well as stomatitis that I mentioned before. So still, yesterday I gave him coconut oil, some olive oil, because 30% has to be fat in a cat's diet. It's no problem for them to digest as much as 30% fat. But I threw away the idea of giving him coffee cream and cheese. Coffee cream, is okay, sort of, but not cheese. Rather cottage cheese, these kind of cheese. So now he's at home. I locked him in. So, okay, I tell you the story from the beginning to the end. So, I picked him up right here, up there, when I got home. So then he wasn't eating, and then force feeding wasn't really working. I didn't trust to force him so much. Then I went yesterday to see the vet, and he went hey, you made so many mistakes yourself, and you wait now for me to talk to you. And then I went inside of myself saying, fuck you, I'm gonna leave. And I also did so and talked to some woman that's working in a shop, and she told me when a cat goes into the dark, the cat wants to die. So I was very afraid when I walked up, because the cat wasn't eating. That day the cat was not eating, as I said. It was purring a bit, I guess. That one was it's getting better, but not eating. So okay, when I got home I gave it coconut oil for the inflammation in the mouth and on its fur, and I did the vinegar thing on its bottom for the ringworm, and then I gave it the kitten food and he ate it. I was like, these positive hormones, woo, in a rush. That's like feeling like a toxic relationship. He's saying no to me for so long now, 2 weeks more. I'm not eating and stuff like that. That's like a big no. And now he's eating, and now I feel so, Okay, so yesterday at night, how was it? Was I force feeding him then? 30 pipettes of, anything. Meat juice, probably. And then I unpacked the kitten food and he ate it. So he wasn't so much waiting for yogurt and all the fluffy things that I offered him, because his gums seemed to be inflamed. he was waiting for the meat. So the kitten food now I'm gonna get again. He's eaten it, and the stuff that was out in the open now went rotten because again we had a hot day. So now at day I then thought, yeah, he now has eaten some more. He stayed in the cellar though all night long. But then he came up in the morning after I had fed him, you know, the whole procedure again, like everything that is possible. DMSO with a little bit of coconut oil, Bepanthen, cream, diluted with water onto his eyes, and then I flushed his eyes with water. I totally, you know, I put him in front of the door. I took the garden hoe and I just splashed his face like, and then all was wet. And then I took some warm water, and whenever something was possible to rub it towards his nose and out of his eyes, I did so. So a great bulk of stuff he got rid of. So already now he knows that's a good thing. So he lets me touch his eyes a lot. After all of this, I stole some grass from the farmer that has just cut it this morning. Had cut it, and so I prepared a bed inside. But then he didn't want to stay down in the cellar in the cold and kind of dark. He came up. He came, you know, barely able to stand up right. Really, I'm not exaggerating. I will put up those videos, the real life of a cat, and you'll see how thin he is, and you know how he's barely able to walk. So then when he was upstairs, I knew, okay, now we can go outside. So I just took him with me outside, and we were there like in the sun. His fur was still wet, and then we were like in the shadow, and I was always collecting these leaves for my, you know, art project. So now I have burnt shoulder. Once we're walking up, you know, yeah, well, I can show you if you see. I don't know what you see right now. So yeah, he was like, in the afternoon I was like, I can't trust. First of all, I didn't trust him to run away. After a while he got so tired laying in the sun, so there wasn't any danger because he kind of fell asleep. But when I woke him up and we were inside for again some treatment, like his teeth I cleaned a little bit with coconut oil, and again I put on some DMSO and you know, whatever. He had 3 milliliters DMSO, like, you know, the minimum today, and in orally he got some too, so he had more. And yeah, so there you go. The cat wants to be out in the sun and all of that. So then I thought, yeah, what would the cat do? He left the house and was about to run away. So I told him no, because he was running with closed eyes. So I was like, you cannot go. We were under a tree where usually the cats pee and poo, and also, yeah, they hide because the tree gives them a squirrel a lot of, you know, security. Yo, it's a squirrel. Bist du ein squirrel? A squirrel. Nice. So I followed him. We were together under that tree. I was never there. So then we went once around the house. I thought, let's lay beside the house for a while, but then we were so out in the open, so we went to the other side. There was more wind, it was even better there, and we were in the middle of the field, so no one could like jump on us, and he felt really secure and slept on my lap for a while, and then beside me on the grass. And then I took him to the house, and again he slept beside the apricot tree. So I could do some more work right there with my stuff, yeah. So that's the cat. He's getting back to life.